Hi everyone. We're going to find the value of a to the power of x minus a to the power of negative x, all divided by a to the power of 2x minus a to the power of negative 2x. And we're already given what a to the power of 2x is. Our a is positive, but also it cannot be 1. All right. So basically we already have what a to the power of 2x is, right? So that equals 7 plus 4 square root of 3. And we're going to use substitution and substitute that in for this value here. That's going to help us out. But we also need a to the power of x. So what I'm going to do is square root both sides. When you square root this, you get a to the power of x. All right, and then this is going to be square root of 7 plus 4 square root of 3. Now this is going to be hard to deal with this double square roots. So what we're going to do is a little trick with this and make it look like this perfect square trinomial. And I mainly am looking at this middle term here, 2ab. And I'm going to let this be my 2ab. So for this to be 2ab, I need to change this 4 to a 2. So I can write 4 square root of 3 as 2 times 4 times 3. Because the square root of 4 is 2, and you'd bring it out. So these are equivalent. Now, given that, I'm going to have a to the power of x equals. I'm going to let this be my a, and this be my b. All right. So basically, my 7, therefore, I'm going to write as 7. My 7 is going to be 4 plus 3. And then we have plus 2 times square root of 4 times 3. Or we can write this as the square root. Now, my a is square root of 4, and my b is square root of 3. So I'm going to write this as square root of 4 squared. Is this plus? Yeah. Plus 2 square root of 4 times square root of 3, like that, plus square root of 3 squared. Now, that makes it look like what we want. Now, I can condense it to look like square root of 4 plus square root of 3 squared. So do you see what I did? I condensed it. Now we have the square root of a square. So this is just going to equal square root of 4 plus square root of 3, which equals 2 plus square root of 3. So basically a to the power of x equals 2 plus square root of 3. Now, all I have to do is use substitution and look and see what we have. We can look at, let's look at this real quick. A to the power of negative x. Well, that's just going to be 1 divided by 2 plus square root of 3, because this is 1 divided by a to the power of x. Now, let's rationalize the denominator. So, rationalizing the denominator, we're using this form right here, your difference of squares. So, 2 minus square root of 3 divided by 2 minus square root of 3. Now, in the denominator, you're just going to get 4 minus 3. Numerator, you're going to have 2 minus square root of 3. So this is just going to equal 2 minus square root of 3. Now, basically, I have everything. I have a to the power of negative x. I have a to the power of x. And I already have a to the power of 2x. And so let's fix this up, and we're going to get, using my substitution, I'm going to write this as a to the power of x minus a to the power of negative x divided by, and I'm going to go ahead and write this as a to the power of x squared minus a to the power of negative x, a to the power of negative x squared. All right, so in my denominator, I have this difference of squares again. So we have a to the power of x minus a to the power of negative x. And I can expand this. So this is going to be a to the power of x plus a to the power of negative x. And then we're going to have times a to the power of x minus a to the power of negative x. So what happens is these two will cancel. So now we're left with this whole thing equals 1 divided by a to the power of x plus a to the power of negative x. And we already know that information. We had 1 divided by a to the power of x was 2 plus square root of 3. A to the power of negative x was 2 minus square root of 3. And then we're going to get 1 divided by, again, this is your a squared minus b squared. So this is just going to be 4, let's see, minus 3. 2 times 2 is 4, minus square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. So this is just going to equal 1. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.